catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third. From left to right. Sets off. Oh,
Down!
watch him. He's going to step. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Back for some more action here in week 4 of the CFSL as we come to you live from DeKalb, Illinois, as the Northern Illinois Huskies are set to take on the Kent State Golden Flashes. I'm Benny Mixon, and I'm joined in the booth by my partner, the man with the amazing mullet, Logan Mitchell. Logan, both of these teams come into this one looking to dominate this game through the air. Is this one of those games where it's going to be a quarterback battle, or is this one on the defense to win it?
You know, Vinny, if you look at both teams' offenses on paper, they put up just about identical stats. I think this is going to be a key defensive matchup. Who's going to capitalize on the turnovers?
As Northern Illinois is set to take the field first here in this one. Their offense last week led out by Terry Olive at quarterback. 607 passing yards and 5 touchdowns to go along with that. Had himself a game last week. As they're going to look to take to the air once to start out here, and it's going to be thrown over to Tom Creedon out the backfield. He's going to go for 5 yards.
Yeah, Olaf really putting up impressive stats last week on 69 attempts. Did good job looking at that under route and getting a catch there.
This time it's going to be a handoff going to roll to the left side. Has a Crease able to fight his way across midfield, going for 18 yards.
Good job by Roller there. He saw the opening and shot up it. Good job fighting off the defender so he didn't push him out of bounds.
And you got to give credit to the blocking along the sidelines by the receivers, bringing him to that big chunk play on that one. That's going to bring Northern Illinois at a 1st and 10 here at the Kent State 48-yard line. They go receiver screen on this one. It's going to be picked off by Kent State, and it's going to be off to the races for a touchdown. Gets an amazing block on it as well, and they'll find 6 on this play.
Yeah, great read right there. Coming off the edge was Bradshaw, understanding that he had the chance to make a play. Good run back, pick 6.
Alex Bradshaw with the pick 6 on that play, the freshman out of Tampa, Florida, as Kent State going to get a pick 6 and strike first here. Northern Illinois down after they got possession of it first. Kent State up 7-0 here. 8:14 left to play in the first quarter. Quick strike by that Kent State defense. However, the Huskies are going to get their second opportunity coming out now. Now, what does Terry Olive have to do on this drive to shake off that interception?
Just slow down in the pocket, calm down. Don't always have to go straight to the wide receiver screen.
As they're going to hand it off to Roller on the ground. He's going to end up taking a hit after picking up 4.
Yeah, you know, Roller does a great job of fighting and finding these seams open. But, you know, when you get that rushing game going and you run into Rivers, it's like hitting a brick wall.
They'll bring up a 2nd and 6 here for this Northern Illinois offense. They're going to go trips to the bottom of your screen on this one. Olive trying to find somewhere to go with it. Maneuvers his way in the pocket before finding Dustin Roller for 5 yards.
Good movement there by Olive. Just to trying to get enough time to find an open receiver. He finds his little check down and does a great job getting the ball out.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for this Husky offense. They're going to work out of the pistol on this one, dumping it off the Roller at the backfield. He's going to fight his way for 2 yards and picking up that 1st down.
Yeah, once again, they find Roller out there on the side. You know, if they're going to give it to you, you got to take whatever this Kent State defense is going to give.
1st and 10 now for the Huskies. They're at the 41-yard line. They're going to come out with a 2x2 set on this one. Olive going to fire this one across the middle. Has a receiver. That's Flacco Reeves going for 20 yards.
Yeah, that looked like a little pinpoint throw. Good job by Reeves getting enough space to get a spot for his quarterback to throw it to him. And great job turning upfield.
Flacco Reeves had 9 catches for 186 yards last week and 2 touchdowns to go along with the freshman out of Hogansville, Georgia. up to 20 yards off his first catch in this one. Now they're going to have a 1st and 10 at the Kent State 40. Olive maneuvering around in the pocket, going to dump this off to his running back, who is unable to hold on to it.
This is a good throw, Vinny. I like the idea. You know, his running back's just got to turn around, get the ball into his hands, and then make a play from there.
Now going to bring up a 2nd and 10 as they go wide receiver screen on this one. It's going to be completed as Justice Hall is going to pick up 5 yards to bring us to a 3rd and 5.
Great job by that wide receiver for NIU getting the block. That way his man can cut onto the outside and get a nice little pickup.
Justice Hall, 81 receiving yards last week, as this one's going to go halfback draw here to Roller, who's going to be able to break a couple tackles and finds his way going for 9 yards, picking up a 1st down, keeping this Northern Illinois drive alive.
Great effort there by Roller, shedding off the tackles and getting enough to convert the 3rd down. If you're Kent State, you got to hit him in the backfield and keep him down.
Trips to the top of your screen on this one for NIU. They're going to fire it across the middle to Flacco Reeves, picking up 11 yards and a 1st down, getting them inside that PX1 Sports red zone.
Reeves, he must have been watching some Oregon game film because he's noticing that over the middle play, and he's doing a great job of attacking it.
Tight end lined up as an H-back for this one. They're going to send him in motion as Olive goes play action on this one. Going to take it himself, sheds 1 tackle, but ends up taking a shot on that play.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to slide and just couldn't quite get the motion down enough. Allowed the Kent State defender to make a hit.
Does pick up 7 yards and gets him inside that 10, as they're going to have a 2nd and 3 here from the 8-yard line. Olive once again going to try and take to the air. Can't get rid of the ball, and he's going to end up taking a sack.
Yeah, great movement in the pocket around by Olive, trying to get something going, but credit the Kent State defense for not letting any receivers get open, and that's a textbook coverage sack.
Jason Mallory with 2 sacks last week, 1 sack here already in the 1st quarter. As we see, it's going to be a 3rd and 10 for NIU. 2 of 2 on their 3rd downs in this one so far. They're going to try and work trips to the bottom of your screen. 1 receiver is actually going to come in motion to the top. It's going to leave him in a 2-by-2 set here as Olive tries to set up halfback screen, and Roller's going to fight his way inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3, as that's going to be a 1st and goal now for NIU.
Yeah, Roller making the most out of that halfback screen. He just keeps rolling off the tacklers here, Benny.
12th play of this drive for this NIU offense here, as they're going to give it to Roller up the middle, and he's going to punch his way in for a touchdown.
Yeah, great job. The offensive line opened up a hole, and Roller just rolled on through it right into the end zone.
Yeah, Roller, a sophomore out of Mount Vernon, Indiana right there. I mean, really, he was the key on that drive, got all the 3rd down conversions that they needed as well, finding himself across the end zone in this one. And NIU, after throwing the pick 6 on their 1st drive, they tie it right back up here with 5:08 left in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you know, NIU, they found their man to lean on in the clutch situations, and Roller got to see if he can keep this involvement up so he can get a little bit more than last week.
And now we'll see this Kent State offense for the first time in this one, led out by quarterback Shaker Mayflower. Had 449 passing yards and 5 touchdowns last week, as they're going to look to go play fake on this one, dump it off to Sampson out of the backfield, who's going to fight his way, but it's only going to be a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked, Vinny, for a second like it could have became more, but that NIU defense, they recognized it, and they helped tackle down there in the back.
Yeah, credit that NIU defense for swarming to the ball, not allowing Sampson to escape on that one, as they're going to come out in a 2-by-2 set here. Mayflower going to maneuver around in the pocket, has a receiver across the middle. That's going to be Gary Harrison going for 10 yards and a Kent State 1st down.
Good job by Shaker there, reading the field and understanding that he's got guys going across the middle, hits him right where he needs to, and great job keeping the ball in.
Tight end and a fullback here for Kent State as they're going to work under center. Mayflower going to go with a 5-step drop on this, fires it across the middle, has his receiver. That's going to be Connor Martin, the tight end out of Russellville, Arkansas, making the catch on that one.
Yeah, we saw Connor Martin becoming a favorite target of Shaker and doing a great job staying over that middle and spreading out this NIU defense.
Handoff up the middle to Aldous Sampson, going to go for 6 yards on that play, bringing up a 2nd and 4 for this Kent State offense.
Yeah, we see Kent State trying to get a little bit more balance going. Good run up the middle by Sampson. Way to get him some holes there for the own line.
Trips look to the top of your screen. Mayflower is going to throw off platform, but it's going to be accurately over to Gary Harrison for 12 yards and another first down.
Yeah, we're seeing two great methodical drives coming from both teams. They just got to keep it up.
They're going to look to come out. Trips to the bottom of your screen this time. As NIU going to look to bring some heat on this one. It's fired out to the right side, but it's going to be broken up by that NIU defense.
Great read there by the NIU defense, realizing the receiver's right there and breaking it up before he has a chance to turn upfield.
Going to look to come out with 21 personnel on this one. As Mayflower going to keep it on the read option, look to put his shoulder down, tries to go with the stiff arm, unable to pick up extra yards, but does get 6 yards on that play.
Good read there by Mayflower. Good job by NIU's defense there, not letting him break that first tackle because he had a lot of green ahead of him.
3rd and 4 now. They got to get to the 23, maybe the 22-yard line on this one. Halfback screen with some blocks downfield. Sampson going to make his way up around the 15-yard line, keeping this Kent State drive alive.
Yeah, we saw a great halfback screen by NIU, and Kent State said, I want some of that. Great job there by the D-line, or the O-line, getting up there and making some blocks.
3 players in the backfield here for Kent State as they're going to dump it off to Manuel Mills. He goes for 3 yards.
Yeah, the walk-on getting a little bit of love there. Good quick pass out of the pocket by Shaker. Get some yards going and keep this drive fired up.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 here for this Kent State offense. And like you said, very methodical so far as they're down inside that PX1 Sports red zone. Got to get the ball to the 11-yard line here to pick up a first down. As once again with 3 players in the backfield, they're going to check it down to the left side this time. That's going to go to Byron Burton for 3 yards.
Yeah, they're trying to, spread the ball out a little bit, get this NIU defense guessing. Great job getting some yards and making a 3rd and manageable.
3rd and 4 now, able to convert their only other 3rd down conversion earlier in this drive. They're going to send the tight end in motion to the right side of the field, leaving him in the block. Mayflower trying to find somewhere to go with it. Has no time, doesn't get rid of it. Ends up taking the sack.
Yeah, we saw a red coverage sack by Kent State on NIU earlier. Now we got a coverage sack by NIU on Kent State. The 2 defenses are really showing up to play now, Vinny.
Yeah, Drew Brandt came into this game with 5 sacks on the season, 4th most in the CFSL, most in the MAC, as that'll now be his 6th of the season after the 4-sack performance he had last week. However, they do kick the field goal on this one. It is up, but it is no good here, as NIU is going to be able to make a stand and hold Kent State off the board.
Yeah, if you're a Kent State fan, that one hits you right in the heart. It's a good thing, though. You got NIU deep in their own territory. This is the time for your defense to make a play.
Kick sailed just right on that one, as Olive going to keep it here on the read option. Has a little lane to run. He's going to find himself going for 8 yards on that play.
Good read there by Olive. He just saw the hole, attacked it. It's not a glory one. You're not getting a lot of yards, but it gets you enough to make a difference.
Pistol set here for NIU as Olive looking to roll out to the right side. Has a receiver along the sidelines. That's going to be Nathaniel Thomas going for 16 yards.
Great pass there. He put it up just enough that only his receiver could get it right over the heads of the defense. Great haul-in and way to keep the ball in on the sideline.
Nathaniel Thomas, the freshman out of Fairfield, California, had 2 touchdowns in their game last week. As we see now 7 first downs in this one for NIU. Really a great bounce back after throwing the pick 6 on their first drive. Going to work out the pistol once more. This time bootleg to the left side of the field. Dumps it across the middle, but over his receiver's head.
Yeah, just got to set your feet a little bit more. It looked like he tried to loft it a little bit too much. You have your guy streaking, just try to get into his hands.
Empty set as they'll have 5 targets in the fold on this one. Going to throw it to the outside. Has a receiver, but unable to hang on to it.
Yeah, I think he heard the big man Maverick Rivers coming on his back. And if that's not enough to shake you to your bones, I don't know what is.
3 for 3 on their previous drive on 3rd downs now. As they send the tight end in motion on this one. It'll be 3rd and 10. Olive trying to figure out where to go with it. and he's going to throw it away.
Yeah, I think he's heard some people coming in on the sideline. You know, it's one of those, you just got to set back, let your O-line get your coverage for you, and make a pass.
As Kent State's offense is looking to get the ball back here, as Gowden's going to take a shot on that punt return.
Great job by the NIU special teams there, not allowing Kansas State to get any better field position. You want to pin them back as far back as you can, because you know they're going to be methodical.
Working under center on this one. Sampson's going to get the handoff, shoves a man out the way, still fighting his way as he'll go for 13 yards on that play.
Yeah, another one of our smaller backs, Sampson. He did a great job of bouncing off that first tackle, getting the drive extended, and really getting some good yardage.
Yeah, Sampson packs a lot of power in that 5'7" frame. Does hit 215, eats his Wheaties before the games as well. As Mayflower's going to fire this over to the right side, going to Tanner Wilson. Able to shake a man, but only picks up 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a little nervous. He threw it to Wilson right as the defender was on him. Good job by Wilson shoving the defender off and turning an even play into a positive play.
Down to 20 seconds left in this first quarter. As Mayflower's going to keep a read option. He's got a lane. He's going to scoot through for 17 yards and get into NIU territory.
Yeah, Shaker. He's really reading this defense well and making the smart decisions on these read options. Way to cut up that seam and get some yardage going.
That'll bring up a 1st and 10 here for Kent State. They are at the 42-yard line of Northern Illinois. So they're going to look to work trips to the bottom of your screen on this one. Mayflower going to fire it over to the right side. Had a receiver, but it's broken up by NIU.
Yeah, that's a tough catch to haul in as you're getting hit. Can't discredit him for dropping that one.
Trenton Steele in coverage on that play for NIU as they look to go speed option here by Kent State, but Shaker Mayflower is going to find nowhere to go. That's going to end up losing 2 yards on the play. Keeler going to get that tackle for loss.
Yeah, good job by Keeler coming in and breaking through that offensive line, making a play in the backfield.
And that play will end up ending the first quarter here. Both teams find themselves in the end zone, 7-7, as we move on to the second quarter in this one. Don't go nowhere because you're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. As the twos are ready to be placed in chat now. It'll be a 3rd and 12 for this Kent State offense. Shaker Mayflower going to fire it across the middle. That's only going to go for 7 yards to Tobias Johnson, bringing up a 4th and 5.
And it looks like they're going to go for it, Vinny.
Very aggressive early on in this one by this Kent State offense. Got to get this one down to the 32-yard line as Mayflower is going to take a shot at the end zone. Has a receiver with some space. That's Gary Harrison. Going to catch it for 32 yards, getting down around the 5-yard line.
You know, if you're going to go for it on 4th and 5, Vinny, you might as well go for it. And Shaker said, hold my beer and watch this. Great throw by him.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is just a misplay by the NIU secondary on that one. They run a cover 2, but nobody accounts for Gary Harrison, and he's not shoved off the line of scrimmage, so he just walks right down the field as this one's thrown across the middle to Antonio James as he finds his way into the end zone for a Golden Flashes touchdown.
Yeah, you've really got to credit Shaker there. Despite all the pressure he got, he has been making the positive throws on this drive. His receivers are getting open, and he's got to be happy with what he's seeing right now.
Absolutely. I mean, both of their drives they've had, they've been able to move down the field. The last one unable to get points as they missed a field goal, but this time able to find their way across the goal line and get the extra point as they've taken a 7-point lead once again in this one as Kent State up 14-7 over NIU with 8:29 left to go in the first half. As this NIU team is once again ready to take the field. Last time had a drive going for them, and they'll be looking to tie this one up as they're going to start here at the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. They're going to look to come out with trips to the bottom of your screen in this one as Olive's going to go play action here, fires it over to the left side, but his receiver unable to hang on to it.
Yeah, he just heard those footsteps in the back, and I got an update on Twitch, Vinny. Illinois just got an interception crossing the middle of the field. They're down 7-0 with 8 left in the second.
as Roller gets another handoff in this one, but Jason Mallory gonna make the play in the backfield, bringing up a 3rd and 12 here for NIU.
Great job by Mallory hitting that hole and realizing that he needs to get in the backfield. You got to wrap up Roller because he's been slipping and sliding all over this defense.
3 or 4 on 3rd downs here early in this first half, as Olive gonna look to take to the air, trying to find out where to go with it. He's gonna push it downfield, but it's gonna be picked off by Kent State once more, as they're gonna push it back across midfield and down to about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Alex Bradshaw with his 2nd interception. The first one was the pick 6. Great job there. He got beat a little bit, but his defensive line helped him out, and he's able to come back and grab it.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defensive line there, fighting their way to get to the quarterback. Olive not able to step into that throw, underthrows it, allowing Bradshaw to come back to it and make the play. As here, Kent State's going to hand it off to Sampson, going up the middle, able to pick up 7. But that defensive line of NIU on that left side came in a hurry.
Yeah, that's a flash of red that you don't always want to see. And Sampson did a great job of hitting that hole and getting what he could out of it.
They're going to come out here with a 2 tight end set in this one. One of them is going to go to the right side. Both of them will, in fact, be on the right side. Sampson's going to get the carry going to the right side, and he'll be brought down by Drew Brandt after a gain of 0.
Yeah, Drew Brandt, the 6'5", 308 senior. That's a big man that you don't want to be running into.
3rd and 3 now. They got to get this one down to the 31-yard line. Mayflower going to push it downfield, and it's going to be caught by Antonio James for a gain of 21.
Jeez, Antonio James went up and said, "That's my ball." I can't believe he actually came down with that one, Vinny.
Honestly, I'm in the same position as you are. I thought Daniels made a great break on that ball for Northern Illinois, but it's just taken away here, and here's Kent State once again inside that PX1 Sports red zone now, as Mayflower going to go play action, fires it over to the right side, has a wide open Antonio James able to pick up 6 on the play.
You know, those routes, sometimes you don't get quite as deep as you want to. I love them personally, Vinny, because it always is a chunk of yardage.
Absolutely. 6 yards on 1st down is a win for any offense. Mayflower going to try and take to the air once more. Has a receiver sitting in the flats all by himself. That's Antonio James once again. This time gets 4 yards and gets them to a 1st and goal.
Antonio James trying to be the one-man show on this drive for Kent State. Great job spinning off and getting the 1st down.
Had the touchdown on that previous drive, now getting them inside that goal-to-go situation here from the 3-yard line. They're going to hand it off to Sampson. Cuts up the middle, fights his way down to the 1-yard line. Anthony Keeler going to make the touchdown-saving tackle on that one.
That's probably the toughest 2 yards that Sampson's going to gain this season. Great job by him continuing the fight.
Heavy set here for this Kent State offense. They're going to try and power it through as Sampson breaks 1 tackle, can't break the 2nd. They say he gained a yard, but he will be inches short of that goal line, bringing up 3rd and goal.
Man, that's about as close as you can get, Benny. Great job by this NIU defense, stuffing him right on the line.
Trenton Steele with the tackle on this one, and Sampson's going to end up losing a yard as NIU comes up with the stop.
That is fantastic defense on the line by NIU. They're just doing everything they can to stuff him.
Garrett Evans, the sophomore out of Indianapolis, Indiana, shooting through that line, making the stop, forcing Kent State into this field goal. However, they do stretch it to a 2-possession game now. It's Kent State up 17-7 over NIU.
Yeah, and if you're NIU here, you want to get some more time in the pocket for Olive. He really needs just a little bit more time to set his feet and get his throws off.
As this return is going to be a great one, and he's up past the 45, almost to midfield is Justice Hall, as it will be their own 49-yard line where this drive is going to begin. It's going to be a great momentum swing here for this offense, as they're going to go wide receiver screen on this one. Only going for 2 yards is Damari Breeze.
Tough screen there. That one looked like it could have gone either way. Great job by him getting it and then bouncing out and turning that neutral play into a positive play.
Lance White laying the hit stick on him at the end of that, a sophomore out of Franklin, Tennessee, as that'll bring up a 2nd and 8 now for this NIU offense, who's going to work out of a trips to the top of your screen on this one in Kent State territory as right now. But that's going to push them back onto their side of the field as Olive has nowhere to go on the read option. Lance White back-to-back plays.
Yeah, there you go. The strong safety, Lance White, read it, stayed home, and waited for him to come right to him.
3rd and 10 now for NIU as they have to get this one to the Kent State 41-yard line. They send the tight end in motion on this play. He'll stay home to block for Olive as Olive trying to find somewhere to go with it. Finally finds a receiver, Nathaniel Thomas, across the middle for 12 yards and that first down.
That was a hard-fought battle in the trenches there. Their O-line gave him just enough to get his feet set, make the perfect pass, and great job to hold on to that ball.
1st and 10 from the 40 on this one. They're going to hand it off the roller up the middle. He's going to find his way going for 6 yards.
Yeah, this O-line's doing a great job. First, they held on long enough, and now they're pushing that D-line back. They need to keep this up if they want to get the points here.
Yeah, and Roller was very effective for NIU on that touchdown drive that they had. Got away from him here after that, but hopefully see him get a few more touches here in the first half as this one's fired over to Nathaniel Thomas, going for 16 yards, getting him inside the PX1 Sports red zone.
Yeah, we saw Kent State come on a little bit of a delayed blitz there, sending the house. That you know that NIU's going to have somebody open there. Great job by that O-line, getting him enough time to find that open receiver.
Lance White once again making the tackle on that play. As you see right there, 9 and 9 on first downs, both of these teams. As NIU going to hand it to Roller going up the middle. Saw Lane able to scamper his way for 9 yards.
Yeah, it seemed like NIU had completely parted the seas there for him to run through. Roller's doing a great job of reading what he's given.
They're going to work out of 11 personnel on this one. Tight end on the left side as they go play fake to Roller on this one. Olive trying to find somewhere to go. Comes back to the left side on this one. Flacco Reeves gets a foot down inbounds and picks up 7 yards down to the 3.
Great job by Olive. They're getting the read just right on the timing and making the play for his receiver.
They're going to go speed option on this one. Roller to the outside. He's going to find his way into the end zone once more as NIU crosses that goal line for a touchdown.
Yeah, you hear the Husky howling as Roller rolls right back on in. He's really being the crutch for this NIU offense right now.
Absolutely. As we said earlier, was a key player on that first touchdown drive that they had. Comes in clutch here, punches it across the end zone. Once more as NIU cuts into that lead, but Kent State still up 17-14 in this one with 3:24 left to go in the first half. And Logan, what do you want to see out of this Kent State offense on this drive?
Less of those tight third downs, Vinny. You're doing a great job methodically moving the ball downfield and finding your way right there. You've got to punch it in the end zone, and you've got to keep yourself out of those tough third downs.
And we see the numbers from Mayflower in this first half. 142 yards plus the touchdown to go along with that. Really having an efficient game here in this first half as they're going to look to come out with 2 running backs in the backfield on this one. It's going to be play fake, but they're going to dump it off to Sampson coming out the backfield, able to pick up 9 yards.
You know, Vinny, I really like that play. It developed really well, and it gave enough disillusion that it allowed Sampson to get open right there and get good yards.
2x2 set here on 2nd and 1. This one's fired over the middle quickly over to Gary Harrison, able to pick up 8 yards and keep this drive alive for Kent State.
Great haul there in by Harrison. He got hit almost as soon as the ball hit his hands. Good job holding on to it and making sure you got that first down.
16 of 18 in this game for Shaker Mayflower. This one's going to go to Sampson going to the left side. Able to shed 1 tackle, can't shed the second. As they say, it is a gain of 0. Anthony Keeler on the stop.
Yeah, this NIU D-line is absolutely monstrous, and they're doing a great job of getting to the halfback, getting to the quarterback, and making pressure.
Trips to the top of your screen here on 2nd and 10. This one's fired and dropped by his receiver. Had some yards in front of him, just unable to hang on to the pass.
And playing hot potato over there. That was a dangerous drop. If you're Kent State, you're breathing a sigh of relief.
As they're going to drop back to throw here on 3rd and 10. He's going to loft it to the sidelines, and they're going to say the receiver gets his foot in bounds. Tanner Wilson on the reception.
Great route, great throw. Good job realizing where the sideline is and keeping your feet in bounds.
Huge play as that'll move Kent State into NIU territory as they'll have 1st and 10 here from the NIU 39 now. They're going to have 3 running backs in the backfield as they look to go out that pistol full house set. Sampson can't find anywhere to go as he'll only pick up 1 yard on that play.
Yeah, Sampson's having a hard time running the ball against this monstrous D-line, but it's doing a good job for Kent State because it's spreading the field out and allowing them to make plays.
Rocking out a 12 personnel on this one. Mayflower going to try triple option. Has nowhere to go for it as he'll lose 3 yards on that play. Brandon Daniels coming up to make the stop.
Yeah, NIU snuffing out these run plays from Kent State and bringing the house. Got to watch out. You're in a long 3rd down. They know you're going to pass here.
3 of 6 on 3rd downs here in this first half. They're going to spread it out with a 2-by-2 look on this one. So they got to go 12 yards here. Mayflower trying to maneuver around in the pocket. Has nowhere to go. He'll end up taking the sack on this play. Sean Rodriguez getting in there.
Good coverage downfield by NIU. You know, as soon as the receiver gets open, Mayflower's having to bounce out. This NIU defense is playing as a whole unit right now.
Yeah, credit that NIU defense for stepping up and making the stop. Kent State looking like they were having themselves another drive going at one point, but now it'll be 4th and 20 though. A little surprised to not see NIU take the time out there because now Kent State can bleed this clock under a minute before they get this punt away as we are down to 15 seconds left on the play clock, on the game clock. We're down to 1:10 now as they still want to look to bleed that clock. Probably snap this ball with about 2-3 seconds left on the play clock as the snap is away. 58 seconds left in the half. It's going to be fielded at the 10, brought back out to the 20, called the 21-yard line by Trenton Steele. And with 52 seconds and 3 timeouts, what do you want to see from this NIU offense?
They need to air it out. Get roller early and then start airing it out. You've really got this Kent State defense worn down a bit.
As they look to take to the air here on 1st and 10. Olive just a little off the mark on that play.
Yeah, he may have heard a little bit of pressure coming from that D-line of Kent State. He's just got to get a little bit more comfortable and let his feet set and make the right throw.
2nd and 10 now as they work out of 11 personnel. They go play fake on this one. Olive does a 180, finds his receiver out the backfield. That's going to be Tom Creedon going for 17 yards, picking up a 1st down and a timeout here for NIU.
Good job by Creedon, Olive. Making something out of nothing. They did a great job getting that.
Trips to the top of your screen now here for NIU. They're going to fire it to the receiver on the right side. That's going to go to Dustin Roller, actually, for a loss of 1 and another NIU timeout here is they're at the 37-yard line now with 37 seconds left in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 11 for them as they're going to take a shot downfield and fires it past everybody on the field.
Yeah, if he would have given his receiver 1 or 2 seconds more, he might have been able to create some separation for Olive to just lob that ball in there. Just got to give him a little bit more time.
4 of 6 on 3rd downs as they send the tight end in motion, leaving them with a 2-by-2 set. Looking to set up a halfback screen here, and Roller is going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 6. That'll bring up a 4th and 6 here with 28 seconds left as Kent State will get the ball back here.
Yeah, that's not really what you want to do. Give a team that's only ahead by 3 with 3 timeouts the ball with time left. Let's see what Kent State can do with it.
They're going to field this one at the 21-yard line. It's going to be returned out to about the 32 with 21 seconds and 3 timeouts. Logan, what would you do here in this situation?
Halfback screen, then Hail Mary. Plain and simple.
As they're going to come out with 11 personnel, have that tight end in that little H-back spot. They're going to send him in motion on this play. And Mayflower going to try and dump this down to Sampson out the backfield. Only going for 1 yard, but they do burn the timeout on that one as we see Shaker Mayflower, 18 of 21 on this game. Very efficient for him. As they're going to try and take to the air once more here. He's going to push it downfield. It's going to be a jump ball, but his receiver comes down with it off to the races inside the 10. It'll be a 66-yard Tanner Wilson touchdown.
You know, Vinny, I said halfback screen, then Hail Mary. It kind of worked out that way in a weird way, but you got to credit Tanner Wilson. He just went up, made the play, and was able to just explode past the defenders.
Yeah, Damian Chambers, the safety over there for NIU, he thought he was in amazing position to pick that one off Next thing you know, Tanner Wilson cuts in front of him. And that play is really set up by the plays that these receivers have made earlier. Many times in this one, Mayflower has thrown those one-on-one balls, and we've seen his receivers go up and get that. So he has the confidence in them to go over these DBs, and that sets up that big 66-yard touchdown as Kent State once again with a 10-point lead here, as it'll be 3 seconds left in this first half.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. Vinny, does NIU just hand the ball off to Roller and go into half, or are they going to try to make some sort of a shot?
I think with 75 yards to go, I mean, there's not much you can do. Maybe Roller breaks one here, but this one's put on the ground by Roller. Luckily, Terry Olive finds his way on top of that. And Logan, we had an exciting conclusion there to the first half. Break it down. What happened in that half?
Man, it's been the battle of two big-time airing out offenses. It all just comes down to which defense is going to make more plays. NIU hasn't quite got the interceptions yet. Kent State with 2 of them, 1 for a pick 6. That's the difference maker going into this half.
Absolutely. Kent State's defense came out early in this one. Like you said, that pick 6 they had on the first drive of the game. But you also got to give credit to Northern Illinois at that point, because they were able to fight back, shake that off, march down the field, tied it up. This Kent State offense, it took that offense a little bit to get going. I mean, they came onto the field a little late, you could say, because of that pick 6. As we look at the numbers from this first half, Kent State 238 yards to the 136 through the air that Northern Illinois had. We knew coming into this one, it's going to be a battle of air superiority. Kent State obviously on top of it early, as they have the 2 turnovers, and they lead us in time of possession by 2 minutes in this one.
Yeah, they're doing a great job making a methodical play. It wears down that NIU defense, and they're just getting the ball done efficiently. NIU clear up those mistakes, and I think you're right back, and this is going to be a different score going into half.
Absolutely. A great first half we had in this one, as we're getting geared up for the start of the second half, where Kent State will get the ball first, and all the momentum has to be pointing that way, as they had that exciting touchdown to end the first half, as well as the fumble. People might forget about that, but I mean, that could have cost NIU right there. Regardless of it, it'll be a 1st and 10 here for this Kent State offense from their own 25. As Mayflower looking to go pump fake here, fires this one to the sidelines on it. Didn't like what he saw.
Yeah, he didn't like how the play was developing. He threw it away. You can't hate that. That's smart QB play. Don't take the sack and drive yourself back farther in your own area.
And the one thing Mayflower was very efficient in that first half. Only 3 incompletions, as they hand this one off to Sampson to get them a little bit better third down, as it'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
If your halfback is able to go out on the 2nd and 10 and make it a 3rd and manageable, that halfback is doing something right, and Sampson did a great job.
Bishop Guerrero on the tackle for NIU. They look to bring pressure on Shaker Mayfield. Has a receiver coming across the middle, getting himself into NIU territory. Gary Harrison once more going for 29 yards, as he's up to 5 catches and 91 yards in this game.
King of the Ashes, Gary Harrison there. He just goes over the middle like he's done all game. It's going to be wide open for him every single time.
Absolutely, and he runs a great route too. I mean, there was tight coverage on that play, but once he made that cut to go to the inside, that's what created the separation on that. Because they'll have a 1st and 10 here from the 40-yard line of NIU. Sampson going to come in motion into the backfield. Mayflower keeps it on the read option, had the blocking on the edges, gets a 2nd block here, able to scamper his way for 18 yards.
Shaker Mayflower. You never would have thought the athleticism from this young man, but he is bouncing off tackles and making plays on his feet. If you're a Kent State fan, you love having him as your quarterback.
Absolutely. Gets it done through the air. Can also do it with his legs as well. I have a 1st and 10 here from the 23. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. As a receiver, that's Troy Mooney for a 23-yard Golden Flashes touchdown.
Not even bothered by the fact he's about to get sacked. He keeps his posture, throws the perfect ball, and hits his receiver in the end zone.
Absolutely. Got to agree with you. The pressure was right there in his face, unfazed by it. And really, you got to think about it. It's the momentum that this offense has been able to build with the trust he's got in the receivers, as we've seen them go up for it on 50-50 balls. Just takes a shot downfield. His receiver's wide open. Kent State extends their lead 31-14 over NIU here with 8 minutes to go. And Logan, NIU starting to fall out of this game early here in the second half. What does their offense have to do on this drive?
Get back to the roller. He has been destroying this Kent State defense. Hand him the ball and let that man eat.
Olive gonna go pump fake here, take a shot downfield into coverage, batted around by the Kent State defense. Nobody able to come down with it as it falls to the ground.
Yeah, good job not letting themselves get beat, but you would hope to see them come down with the ball there.
That'll luckily be a 2nd and 10 here for NIU. They got wide receiver screen, has a block on the edge, as Justice Hall is gonna make his way for 8 yards on that play.
Yeah, you know, you're happy to see Olive there. He's not scared to throw to the wide receiver screen even after that pick 6. Great job by that man.
Adrian Sampson making the play on that one, as this one's going to be fired over to the left side. Able to pick up the first down is NIU. 154 passing yards in this game, 54 of them going to Nathaniel Thomas.
That's exactly what you need. Stand in the pocket, keep your feet about you, keep your head about you, and make the throw. He's doing a great job right now.
Adrian Sampson with another tackle as they go bootleg to the left side of the field. Olive has nowhere to go, but has all the time in the world. He fires it over to his receiver, but it'll be broken up by this Kent State defense.
Great job by the NIU O-line. They gave him all the time in the world. It's just on him to find a receiver that has enough time to bring it in.
You got to give credit to the DBs of Kent State on that one. Tight coverage is once again they got tight coverage. Olive has nowhere to go, has to check this one down to Roller. Able to fight his way for 6 yards on the play though.
Yeah, the Kent State defense is definitely sitting back and playing really good coverage right now. NIU needs to recognize that, maybe throw a little read option in the mix, get them down low.
3rd and 4, got to get this ball across midfield to keep the drive alive. They'll push it to the end zone on this one, as it's going to be caught and fighting his way in the end zone is Damari Breeze for 55 yards and an NIU touchdown.
Yeah, we know this NIU offense very well, Vinny, and we know they're capable of explosive plays. It was only a matter of time until they beat one of the DBs and got a streak going.
Absolutely. DB's been playing aggressive on this drive, and it's going to end up burning them as Ben Johnson was in coverage on that play. But Damari Breeze finding his way into the end zone as NIU starts to claw back in this one. Kent State still up on top though, 31-21 here with 6:41 left to play in the 3rd quarter. As these Golden Flashes will once again see their offense take the field. Last time able to find the end zone here. As we look at their last 5 drives, only one of them did not result in a score. And if you can score 3 touchdowns out of 5 drives, any coach would be happy with that. They're going to have a 1st and 10 to start this drive out here. From there on 25-yard line, they're going to go 5 wide. But Sampson's going to come in motion in the backfield. Shaker Mayflower going to keep it on RPO. And that one looks like it got batted at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we've seen the RPO tonight not quite fully flesh out, Benny. Eventually, it's going to work out, but it's still only good for about 5 or 6 yards.
2-by-2 set here for the Golden Flashes offense. Mayflower going to find a... Oh, no, it's going to be intercepted by NIU. As it's going to be a foot race to the end zone, and he'll find his way across for it. NIU pick 6.
Yeah, great job there by Chambers, the free safety. He recognized the play and put himself right in position to take that back.
Chambers, the senior out of Brooklyn, New York, with his first INT on the season, and a big spot to come up with it too, as that'll be 2 straight touchdowns by this NIU team. One coming from the offense, one coming from the defense here. And the extra point that we are all awaiting that is up and through the uprights now. NIU finding themselves in a matter of minutes down 3 after they were just down 17. Kent State on top 31-28 with 6.5 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Logan, you just threw a pick 6 on that one after your offense saw a ton of momentum. What does Mayflower and crew have to do on this drive?
I mean, it's in his name, Vinny. He needs to shake it off. Channel his inner T-Swift and just forget it. Throw the ball downfield. Do what is working for you. You don't need to linger on it.
That was probably my favorite reference from you of all time here, as Mayflower's going to try and dump this over to Connor Martin, who comes up with the catch but gets a gain of 0.
You know it's a 0-yard catch, but you don't hate it, Vinny. That's a confidence throw. He's getting that throwing motion. He knows what he needs to do. He's just getting in the rhythm.
Gotta agree with you on that. Love to see a quarterback try and get his rhythm back here. But it will be a 2nd and 10 as they hand it up to Sampson, who finds himself a little crease. He's able to scamper his way for 7 yards, bringing us to a 3rd and 2.
Good run up the middle by Sampson. I got an update from Twitch. Vinny, Michigan just scores. They're up 35-10. 6:45 left in the 3rd.
NIU looking to stack the box on this one, as Mayflower's going to fire it over to the left side. Has Gary Harrison for 10 yards and a Kent State 1st down.
If you got a halfback that can get you into short yardage for 3rd downs, 3rd downs become easy. Great job by Shaker, sitting there waiting for his receiver to get a little bit of separation to making the throw.
Yeah, that's been a great plan of attack here for this Kent State offense. You know, trying to see if they can find a big play on 1st down like they do right here, as Troy Mooney goes for 17 yards. But like I was saying, they try to make a big play on 1st down. If that's not available, like you said, their running back can get them into those short yardage situations, making 3rd down a little bit better. But this 1st down, able to pick up a big play.
Yeah, right there. That's exactly what you want to see. And great job holding the ball by Mooney. Just making sure that he doesn't fumble or go for an incompletion.
Trips to the bottom of your screen on this one, as Mayflower doesn't like what he sees, going to do it with his legs. Able to shed one tackle, has green grass in front of him. Wisely slides down at the 25-yard line.
Great job. He realized that play wasn't going to develop, and he hit it hard. Great job bouncing off that first tackler and getting the extra yardage to really put Kent State in a favorable field position.
And I think that's the biggest thing you have to do as a quarterback. You got to know when to put your shoulder down and try and get extra yards, but you also got to be able to have the recognition that you need to get down on that one, because they'll have a 1st and 10 here from the 25-yard line. Mayflower going to keep it on the read option this time, able to pick up 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, Mayflower's been doing a great job of reading when he needs to use the read option, getting this NIU defense to sit in, and then being able to throw the ball.
Inside that PX1 Sports red zone once again, Sampson going to come in motion as they look to go RPO. They're going to complete this one to Tobias Johnson, going for 3 yards, as that brings up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, there you go, Benny. We get one RPO out of the night that actually connects with the receiver. Great job by Kent State there.
3 times in the red zone, only 2 times they scored. The 1 time was a missed field goal, as Bishop Guerrero going to knock this to the ground and bring up a 4th and 2 for Kent State.
Yeah, in those kind of situations, Vinny, your quarterback has to put a little more zip on his zap.
34-yard field goal attempt for Luca Rivers, as this one is up and he pushes this one wide left.
Wow, that is 2 missed field goals. And I believe they were both inside the red zone, Vinny, for Rivers tonight.
Absolutely, both field goals under 35 yards. Rivers pushed the first one wide right. This time overcorrects it, pushes it wide left. NIU still down by 3 with a chance to tie or take the lead on this drive. But Dustin Roller is going to take a shot from Maverick Rivers in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know if Rivers is a brother or a cousin of Luca, but he felt that embarrassment for Luca, and he just laid the hammer down for him.
Dustin Roller wishes he wouldn't have took that aggression out on him, as Kent State's going to crowd this line. Roller's going to get it once more, and this time he's going to lose another 2 yards. Ian Hansen with the tackle for loss.
It's starting to look like this whole Kent State defense took offense to that missed field goal, Vinny. They are hitting NIU with everything they have right now.
And it looked like Kent State expected that counter to come to that side. They crowded the line of scrimmage on that side here, as Olive trying to find somewhere to go on 3rd and 14. Has a wide open receiver making his way for 29 yards. Is Tom Creedon.
Great route there by Creedon. He saw exactly where the hole in the defense was going to be, and he went right for it. If you're Kent State, you cannot let that level be wide open like that. Get somebody to trail him, call in a safety. You got to be covering your man.
Lance White going to get his 6th tackle in this one, as NIU will have a 1st and 10 here from their own 45-yard line. Olive going to dump this one across the middle. Creedon once again going to hold on for a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, agreed. And trying to make his name known. He's doing a great job with back-to-back catches that really do go for good yardage and keep this drive going good.
55 yards on the game for Creedon, as it'll be a 2nd and 6 here for NIU. Olive trying to figure out where to go. Gonna dump it to his running back out the backfield. That'll be Dustin Roller going for 5 yards, but they say inches short of that first down.
Yeah, good job by Roller fighting for that first down. That Golden Flash defense, though, they really just stepped up and held him right on the money.
7 of 10 on 3rd downs in this one. As they go play fake here, going to take a shot downfield. The receiver creates some separation, and he's going to find his way into the end zone. Nathaniel Thomas for a 46-yard NIU touchdown, as they have taken the lead in this one.
Yeah, great read there by NIU. They understood that Kent State was going to bring the pressure, so they sent the receiver over there, and he got enough separation for Olive to just drop a little dime right into his pocket.
Really, that comes off of the pump fake on that one by Olive, which holds the safeties up long enough for his receiver to run past them. And the extra point that is up and good now. NIU over Kent State 35-31 with 2:41 left to go in the 3rd quarter. And Logan, this is the first time in the game that Kent State's going to be trailing. What is the mentality of this offense going out there?
You know what's worked, and you just got to stick with it. Stop getting yourself into the bad 3rd downs and really just pass the ball, spread the field out, and convert in the red zone. Don't leave it up to a field goal.
You see Shaker Mayflower there. The 1 pick 6, the only blemish on his record in this one. As he's going to look to take the air off the play fake on this one. Going to dump it across the middle. Has a receiver going for a big pickup on that play is Gary Harrison.
Yeah, great job. The hash king himself, Gary Harrison. He's doing a great job this game and becoming Mayflower's favorite target.
Over 100 yards last week, up to 122 in this one with 7 catches to go along with that. Gary Harrison going to get this Kent State offense to their own 46-yard line where they'll have a 1st and 10. Simpson going to come in motion to the backfield. RPO once more for Kent State as Connor Martin goes for 3 yards.
Yeah, great pickup. Connor Martin, he's a sure hands for Mayflower. Give him the ball, he's going to bring it in, gives you a confidence throw every single time.
Garrett Evans is going to get the tackle for that NIU defense as Sampson's trying to find a crease, unable to find one, but able to pick up 3 yards and bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I think Sampson saw that hole if he bounced off his blocker right there. It was quickly covered by a gang of Huskies, though.
Garrett Evans once again on the tackle here. Got to get this ball down to the 44-yard line to keep it alive. Mayflower going to throw it off his back foot downfield, but it's going to be picked off by NIU as they're going to get a nice return out of this up around the 33-yard line where their offense is going to come back onto the field.
Yeah, Mayflower was on the move, wasn't able to get his back foot set to really throw it up into the end zone. Great job by Daniels seeing that and sitting right there waiting for the ball to come to him.
Randy Daniels, the junior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 2nd INT on the season, and a huge one now because with that interception, this NIU offense is going to have all the momentum going their way. They'll see the field for the first time here with the lead. As Olive going to try and take off with it, has nowhere to go, and they'll say it's sack, but it's a 0-yard play. Maverick Rivers going to get credit on that play.
Yeah, great job by this Kent State defense. They realized that Olive was trying to scramble out of the pocket, and you can't blame him. There was really nothing downfield. It was just the hole got covered up way too quickly.
That'll lead us to a 2nd and 10 here from the 33-yard line. As NIU going to look to send a tight end in motion. 2 tight ends in the picture here for them. Olive doesn't like what he sees. He's going to try and escape out the pocket. Doesn't find a lane. Going to end up taking a sack here. Only a 1-yard loss, though, but Marshall Haley is going to get credit.
Yeah, Kent State's not really giving him much on the top end. Not much you can do either with all that pocket collapsing like that. He just needs to sit back and see if he can't get a few more seconds out of it.
Haley, the sophomore out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, getting the sack on this one as NIU looks to set up halfback screen. Roller able to shed a tackle, but only goes for 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 4th and 10 for NIU.
Good job by Roller making sure it was a positive play, but unfortunately the halfback screen just couldn't get the blocks downfield.
As Kent State once again going to be able to start their drive here. And 2 interceptions in this third quarter for Shaker Mayflower. Maybe his confidence a little bit rattled. Logan, what would you like to see from their offense here?
Calm down, sit in the pocket. The offensive line needs to give him a little bit more time. He needs to just be confident in his guys to block for him.
He'll play fake here. Going to find a wide open receiver on the right side. That's Troy Mooney going for 15 yards and a first down for Kent State.
Great job. He stepped out into the flats, got open, and then turned upfield and immediately just kept going when he saw all the green.
Big pickup as that's going to push them into NIU territory. They're going to have a 1st and 10 now from the NIU, call it the 46-yard line, as they're going to hand this off to Sampson. He's got a crowd in front of him, fights his way just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Sampson's been having a hard game running the ball right now. I'd like to see him air it out a little bit more, get him some breaks from just getting destroyed by this D-line.
Drew Brandt on the tackle on the last play. Mayflower going to keep it read option on what's likely the last play of this quarter. He's going to fight his way for 10 yards, and they'll say a first down as well. As that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Get those scores up in chat. We're headed to the fourth with a 4-point lead in this one. Illinois up. Northern Illinois up 35-31 over Kent State. Don't go nowhere. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. As we are set here for fourth quarter action, it'll be a 1st and 10 for Kent State here at the 36-yard line. Shaker Mayflower drives back, going to fire it across the middle. Has a receiver. It's that man again, Gary Harrison, going for 11 yards, picking up a first down.
You know, Vinny, our colleague Ryan, he says if you get 4 yards every play, you'll never lose a game. What happens when you get a first down on every play?
I don't think you could lose a game that way either. Both metaphors are great. As NIU going to bring the pressure, but Shaker Mayflower able to escape out of there, scamper his way down to about the 5-yard line as he gets 20 yards on the read option keeper.
Man, NIU did such a good job getting into the backfield there. He just hit the halfback, and the halfback was able to get that block, open up that pit for Shaker, and he just rushed right through it.
And really, it was the aggressiveness of that NIU defense. Both safeties bit on the running back fake, allowing Mayflower to get out of there, bringing up a 1st and goal here as they go play fake. Fires it across the middle, has a receiver, Warren Meyer, for a 5-yard touchdown. Kent State jumping back on top in this one.
Yeah, good job there. He found the open receiver in the back. That's what you needed. Shake off those interceptions, get some touchdowns, and keep your confidence up.
As it is a 6-play, 60-yard drive. Only took 1 minute and 10 seconds for Kent State on that one, as the extra point that is up and good. Kent State finds themselves once again in the lead here. 38-35 over NIU with 8:29 left to play in this ball game. Logan, we saw NIU just had all the momentum going for them as they started their last drive. Ended up going 3 and out. What is the game plan moving forward in this one?
You know, if you're NIU, you've got to expect that pressure from Kent State now. They've been dialing it up slowly every single drive. Feed off of that, give Roller the ball, make them bite on that pressure again, and then you can go over the top like you did 2 drives ago.
As Olive going to try and take to the air, trying to get outside the pressure, not going to get away from it. He's going to take an 11-yard sack on that play. Ian Hansen once again in the backfield.
Yeah, there's just nothing going for him there. The defensive ends were both able to shed their blocks. There's not much you can do as a quarterback there. You just have to try to negate as much negative yards as you can.
And when both of your defensive ends can meet themselves at the quarterback, that's never a great sight for any offense. As they're going to have a 2nd and 21 here, go wide receiver screen on that, and it's not going to go for much as Damari Breeze only able to pick up 4 yards, and that brings up a 3rd and 17 for this NIU offense.
Yeah, NIU's recognizing that Kent State's sitting back, so they threw a little under, tried to get some of that negative yards back.
Not many plays made for this situation right here. 3rd and 17, as Olive going to have to get rid of it before the pressure gets there. Has a wide open receiver making his way inside the 20, inside the 15, is Justice Hollis. He goes for 64 yards on that play.
Well, you know, Benny, you said there's not many plays designed for that situation. I think that was one right there. Got some confusion from the defense, led to a wide open receiver, way with the pressure to throw that ball right in that pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to agree with you. That has to be busted coverage right there. Nobody leaves the receiver that wide open. I mean, you could almost say that there was no DB in that area code whatsoever. Luckily, they ran him down, pushed him out of bounds, as this one's going to be thrown over to the right side, going to Flacco Reeves for a 4-yard gain.
Good route there by Reeves, and good job by the Kent State defense, also recognizing the ball was out and jumping on exactly where the ball was going.
2nd and 6 now from the 8-yard line as this goes to Roller, but he's got nowhere to go. He's going to end up losing 3. Maverick Rivers once again laying the lumber.
Yeah, they are starting to realize that they're going to give that ball off to Roller in those situations, send the heat, get Rivers in the backfield. He's one of your biggest playmakers on this defense.
9 of 13 on 3rd downs. Last time on 3rd down, picked up a huge play as they look to go halfback screen on this one. Cannot get past the defender as Larry Miller only picks up 3 yards. That's going to bring up a 4th and 7, and the field goal unit will see themselves out here. It'll be a 26, maybe 27-yard field goal as this one is up. It finds its way through, and we have ourselves a tied ball game here with 6:35 left to go in the game.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a great one, Vinny. These two teams are neck and neck, and it's a battle of which arm is going to outgun the other.
And we saw Kent State able to find themselves into the end zone on that last drive. What do you want to see them replicate here on this next drive?
Do exactly the exact same thing you've been doing. It's working for you. Don't shake away from it. You're doing a great job on offense right now.
They go full house on this one, handing it off to Sampson. He's going to end up losing a yard as NIU's getting aggressive on that defensive front.
Yeah, when NIU brings the pressure, the O-line just cannot keep up for this Kent State team. The O-line needs to do a little bit better of job of keeping their blocks going, or they need to go back to passing more.
Braden Daniels 9 tackle in this one as they look to hand it off to Byron Burton. He's going to end up losing 3 yards as now we got a 3rd and 14 for Kent State.
Yeah, this is a situation you don't want to be in if you're Kent State. It's Kent State. 6 minutes left, tied ball game, 3rd and 14 in your own 20. This is not ideal.
Question is, can they replicate the magic that NIU had on their big 3rd down pickup here? As they're going to work out of a 2-by-2 set on this one. It's only a 4-man rush for NIU. They look to check it down, shedding 1 tackle. Only going for 6 yards, though, is Troy Mooney. And that'll bring up a 3-and-out here for Kent State.
Yeah, Shaker saw downfield, was not progressing the way he liked. He threw the dump down, tried to get his punter a little bit more yardage. As
the punt is away, NIU set to take the field with great field position. It'll be fielded inside the 35, but advancing his way up to midfield is Trenton Steele off a 15-yard return. And they'll work at midfield with 5:31 left to go in this ball game here. Actually, it'll be their own 49-yard line where this drive begins. They're going to work with a trick set to the top of your screen here. Olive looking to make a little adjustment at the line. They're going to go wide receiver screen, almost picked off by Ben Johnson on that play.
Great read there by Johnson. He recognized the screen and put himself in between the ball and the receiver. You'd like to see the young man come down with it.
NIU has been living dangerously with those wide receiver screens in this game. As Roller going to get the carry going up the middle here. It's going to go for 7 yards and bring them to a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Yeah, great run there by Roller. He's doing a great job of keeping this NIU team alive, and he's really being their bread and butter.
9 of 14 on 3rd downs as they're going to work out of an empty set in this one. Olive going to fire it across the middle, has a receiver hanging onto it, making his way down to the 30-yard line, keeping this NIU drive alive is Levi Tree.
Yeah, Levi Tree's first reception this game is a big one. He keeps this NIU drive alive. Way to haul that one in.
Levi Tree, the sophomore out of Ohio, keeps it alive, like you said. But this one's going to be picked off. Olive tries to throw it off his back foot. And Kent State's going to get down to about the 45-yard line. Guess who? Maverick Rivers in coverage on that play.
Rivers is having a game for himself. He recognized the throw, got his way in between, and he tried to shut off the tackler, but good job by NIU making sure to bring him down and save points.
And that interception goes to that pass rush of Kent State. Got in the face of Olive, left him nowhere to go, tries to throw it off his back foot, ends up throwing the INT now. Kent State right here as Keeler's going to get there, but doesn't make the sack, and Mayflower able to get rid of that. Almost ended up dangerously for Kent State.
Man, Keeler right there. He is a big man coming in hot. You don't want to get hit by him. Good job by Shaker to shake him off.
2nd and 10 now from the 44-yard line as Mayflower trying to maneuver his way in the pocket. He's going to end up hitting his lineman in the back.
Yeah, good job by the ends from NIU there. They made sure to push the O-line in the way, and Shaker had no idea where to go.
3rd and 10 now from Mayflower. He fires this one over to Sampson, but it's only going to be a 5-yard gain, and it's a quick 3 and out after they just got that amazing INT.
Yeah, that's due credit to NIU dialing up the pressure there. Their D-line said, we're getting this ball back, and they made sure of it.
Absolutely. That defense could have hung their heads after watching their offense give up the ball like that. But regardless, NIU's offense going to see themselves right back on the field now at their own 20-yard line. And you look at the highlights here, it's been an up-and-down game for Olive. He's made some big plays in the air. He's also made some mistakes as well, throwing some INTs. But it's a tied ball game right now with 4:20. You got to throw out the rest of the game. You got 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go out here and win a ball game.
Yeah, if you're NIU, you're telling your QB, settle down, just read the defense, make safe throws, and get the ball down the field.
As they're going to hand it off to Roller going up the middle. He's going to meet Maverick Rivers once more as he's only able to pick up 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, you know, Roller, he's having a tough time the second half of running the ball. First half, he was doing absolutely amazing. This Kent State defense is just dialing up the pressure right now.
They're going to give it to Roller once more, trying to bounce his way. Only able to pick up 1 more yard on this play as it's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for NIU.
Yeah, Marshall Haley getting in there to make sure he doesn't get any farther. NIU, though, they've been known to convert these 3rd downs.
3rd and 15 on this one. They look to go halfback screen. No blocks downfield as he's going to end up losing 3 yards on this play. Guess who made the stop? None other than Maverick Rivers.
I'm starting to wonder, are we going to see a double-double for Maverick Rivers on the tackle in TFLs tonight, Vinny?
Like I'm telling you, Dustin Roller is going to get out of this game and wishes he never hears the name Maverick Rivers again. He has really hurt Dustin Roller's average, not only on receiving yards, but on rushing yards as well. As this punt's going to be away and Kent State going to get amazing field position. They're going to be in NIU territory already to start this one off the Gowden return.
Yeah, and you know, Vinny, in the second half, we've seen some points, a lot of points scored, but credit to these two defenses. They've both really stepped up this second half.
They're going to start here at the 45-yard line of NIU. Sampson going to find a crease, able to make his way for 11 yards and a 1st down.
Great run there by Sampson. He saw the hole that his O-line gave him, and he shot up through it. Great ball carrier vision.
8th tackle of the game for Trenton Steele as they look to go full house once more. But Sampson not going to go anywhere, actually going to lose a yard on that play. 2nd and 11 upcoming.
Yeah, NIU decided to bring the blitz there. Not much that they could do. If you're the O-line, you've got to stay and set your blocks for your halfback. You can't just leave them high and dry like that.
Brandon Daniels once again making another tackle for this Huskies defense. As Mayflower going to try and take to the air. Has a receiver along the sidelines, wide open. Troy Mooney, but only gets 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, you know, you don't hate that throw in that type of situation. Get some yards, make it a little bit better, but it's still going to be a longer 3rd down.
5 of 13 on 3rd down as Mayflower fires this across the middle. Has that man once more. It's Gary Harrison, 10 yards and a 1st down.
You know, they ought to just rename the middle of the field to the Gary Harrison field. He's doing a great job, but credit NIU from stopping him from getting more yards there.
11th tackle in this one for Brandon Daniels, as this one's going to be a handoff going up the middle for Kent State. That's only going to go for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Byron Burton, the walk-on, getting a good little pickup there. You don't hate that. That D-line really pushed the O-line back there.
Bishop Guerrero making the stop on the play for NIU. His 8th tackle in this one. As this one's going to be fired to the end zone, and they're going to say just out of bounds on that one.
Yeah, Vinny, I'm not sure if he was able to haul it in, even if his feet were in bounds. Risky throw by Shaker.
Well, now the question is, if you're Kent State, are you comfortable not picking up the first down and kicking a field goal on this one? Because they have missed 2, as Sampson's going to get the carry here. It's going to go for 3, but there's a flag out.
Personal foul.
As it's that dreaded clipping call once more. That's going to back this offense up now. Actually, NIU going to decline it, bringing up a 4th and 2. Logan, do you think they should go for it?
You know, Vinny, being me, yeah, you go for it. But I can understand why they're taking 3 points.
30-yard field goal here for Luca Rivers in this one to take the lead, as this one is up. And it finds itself going through the uprights as Kent State takes a 41-38 lead here with 1:53 left to go in the game. NIU does have all 3 timeouts to work with, though. Logan, what's going to be the key on this drive for this NIU offense?
They've got to just dial back on their throws. You're making too many risky throws and not spreading the ball out enough. Try to work this defense thin, and then the over the top that you're trying for will open up.
And the way that this Kent State defense has been able to dominate this NIU offense, the way they got their stops has came off that pass rush, getting to Olive, making him make those bad decisions in this one. So look for that pass rush to try and get home, as they're going to motion the running back out of the backfield on this one. Olive across the middle finds his receiver, Damari Breeze, hanging on as he takes a hit from Maverick Rivers. They're going to look to come right back to the line. 1:38 left to play in this one. 2nd and 1 upcoming here. NIU going to take a shot downfield. Has the receiver getting 10 toes down. Is Justice Hall, as that goes for 23 yards.
Great grab there by Hall. You don't want to see that throw too often, but when you do, you're very glad that you have a receiver like Hall on the end.
Lance White makes the stop on that play, but Hall going to get them into Kent State territory, as they will have a 1st and 10 here from the 43-yard line. We are under 1:20 now to play in this one, as the tight end going to come in motion here. Olive trying to come back to the opposite side of the field, and it's going to be picked off by Kent State, and it's going to be a race to the end zone now, as they're down to the 40, inside the 30, inside the 20, 10, 5. It's going to be a Kent State pick 6.
Wow, wow, wow. Just when you least expect it, Jody Struble, he just picks that ball off and runs it all the way back. Great read by him.
Jody Struble, the senior out of Morgantown, West Virginia. What a time to have your first INT of the season right there. And really, to me, that was just a bad decision by Olive. Comes back across the field late on the play as well. Struble does a great job getting in front of that. And Kent State now up 48-38 over NIU with 1:08 left to play. That being said, though, NIU still has all 3 timeouts, and we've seen them being able to push the ball downfield when needed here. So they will definitely still, I wouldn't call this game over by no means yet, as they look to come out here. They're going to work out of the pistol, as Olive looking to find a man. He's going to try and push it downfield. Has a receiver, Levi Tree, going for 21 yards and getting out of bounds.
Great grab there by Tree and a great throw by Olive. And I got an update from Twitch. Michigan got a pick 6 to end the game, 62-10 over Illinois.
As we got an exciting conclusion here in this one. Kent State up by 10 here with 1:03 left to play in this one. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line for NIU. Pushing it down the field once more. Damari Breeze going for 27 yards, but more importantly, getting out of bounds as well.
Yeah, great job by NIU here. Olive is being a surgeon right now, dissecting this Kent State defense, throwing needles right into that haystack.
Absolutely. Put that ball where that safety would not have enough time to come over there and get it, as they are now up to the 22-yard line, as they're going to look to try and throw this one across the middle to Nathaniel Thomas, and they'll have to burn a timeout because he had to make a diving catch, only going for 2 yards on that one. 55 seconds left in this one. They got trips to the top of your screen here as they work out the shotgun on this one. Olive going to fire it across the middle, has his receiver making his way. They're going to pick up a 1st down by Dustin Roller, but they burn that second timeout. Little surprised to see that, Logan.
You know, I'm not, Vinny. It's getting close to the end. You got to make sure that you come away with 7 here.
Yeah, but with the first down, that would stop the clock anyway, so you could have just ran up to the line without wasting a second. You figured they would save the timeouts in case they do not recover the onside kick, pending if they get the touchdown here to begin with. Well, realistically, you don't have to score the touchdown. You can get the field goal if you want to. But in fact, they will find the end zone. Nathaniel Thomas going for 13 yards in this one.
Yeah, great throw there. Olive just saw his man coming across the middle, put it right on the line at the end zone, and put it right in his hands.
Guys, this extra point that is up and good. It is a 3-point ball game here with 43 seconds. But most importantly, it's that onside kick that NIU is going to have to recover and keep themselves in this game. As we see it is away. It'll be recovered here by Kent State as he will fall to the ground. Who else? That man, Gary Harrison, has done so much for this team in this one. And right here recovers the onside kick for them.
Yeah, Benny, this is for all the marbles right now. NIU needs to get them a quick 3 and out. Kent State needs to do something to extend it just a tad bit.
I don't think they'll have a chance. All they can do is burn a timeout here and hope that one of these snaps goes awry here. As with 41 seconds, all they're going to have to do is snap it twice. They don't have to run any play. They just got to kneel it down. As actually with that kneel down, that's going to be under the play clock here. And that'll be enough for Kent State to walk here with their first victory on the season. They'll line up in victory formation once more, but they do not have to snap it as we are down to 3, 2, 1. Well, they're going to run one more play. That's going to be a little scary. But Sampson falls down with a loss of 6, but time has ran out, and Kent State comes out victorious in this one, 48-45 over the NIU Huskies. Logan, it was an exciting one the whole way. Wrap this game up for us.
We had a battle of 2 extremely explosive offenses again tonight, Vinny. Kent State edging out just a tad bit. NIU did a great job through the air, and they did a great job on defense getting pressure down. They just need to clean up a few of the mistakes on offense, and this game is going to be a runaway for them.
Absolutely. 48-45 is the final. Kent State over Northern Illinois. I want to thank all of you for joining us in chat today. I want to give a thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, and our executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner, Logan Mitchell. And for tonight's action, I'm Benny Mixon, and you've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. I hope to see you back here tomorrow at 6:30 Central Time as Pittsburgh will take on Miami over on Twitch. Back here on YouTube at 6:30 Central Time. Bowling Green at Ohio. Hope to see you guys there.